And our guest this morning from Kent State Tuscarawas is Dr. Denise McEnroe-Petit, the Associate Professor of Nursing. Good morning, Denise. Are you staying comfortable in this hot weather?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Thank you.
Good. Yeah, we have to make sure of that before we get started here. So a lot of things, obviously, this year has brought us a lot of things that are out of the ordinary, and there's always a lot going on anyway at Kent State Tuscarawas. So tell us a little bit about, I know you're Associate Professor of Nursing, about returning to the classroom during this, tough time of the pandemic.
Right. It's been very interesting but also exciting. And as of July 9th, last week, the nursing program actually had a course that started, and we were face-to-face. It's a psychosocial nursing course, so mental health, and we are meeting in the auditorium at the school. It's been blocked off, so the students have the social distancing. They wear masks, and we are on the stage of the auditorium talking about, again, mental health. So it's been very interesting, just a different way to present some of the information. Kind of strange looking out at the audience and seeing people with masks on, but I think everybody has been very happy that we're back together. Teaching online is okay, but teaching in person, especially nursing and especially a communication type of a course like this mental health one has been very more positive to see people and to be able to have them also interact with us.
Oh, I agree. Face-to-face and the ability to communicate, seeing someone's expression, like, are you getting it? That certainly helps a lot. So as we move on, do you feel like, is this something that can continue with in-person classes while still maintaining the social distancing, et cetera?
Well, tomorrow will be our second day that we'll be on the campus, so we're trying our best. And I think the students are excited to be there. It's just sometimes a little scary, but Kent State has come up with some guidelines for us to use, and they're everywhere down at the school. We ask before they leave their home to check to see if they have any symptoms of the virus. So if they are coming to the campus, we ask them to take their temperature to make sure it's okay. We have also asked the students to sign a Kent State pledge that says they're going to follow the guidelines for social distancing. And this is not just for the students, it's for the faculty, the employees, all the rest of the staff members also.
Right.
And then to every day, especially before they go into the campus, check to see if they have any symptoms. That's been defined by the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control, that everybody, I'm sure, is being asked about. You have fever, cough, shortness of breath, muscle aches, headaches, nausea, vomiting. Those are just a few of the areas that we look at. And then, of course, have you traveled? Have you been in contact with anybody? Have you been tested? So that is what we're asking them to do before they actually leave their home. And then while they're on campus, the Kent State system has developed a Flashes Safe 7 is what they title it as. And for this, it's areas that we want the students to follow. So the first one is that they're always wearing their face covering. Again, that was kind of different to teach people when they have their mouths covered and noses, and we couldn't see a lot of facial expressions. But everybody followed it, and everybody, I think, understands very well why we need to do this. We also talk about washing their hands frequently, so that's another part of the Safe 7. Everywhere in the campus, there's bottles of the hand sanitizers that you can use. People bring their own, too, if they want to, but we have it everywhere, so at the entrances, in the classrooms. So, of course, if they don't use that, use soap and water, and that works much better than the hand sanitizer also. And then at the school, they're cleaning and sanitizing everything. So even in the auditorium where we had class, there were cleaning supplies. So, if we need to clean anything in particular in between times that they standardize the cleaning times, then we could do that. With the auditorium, it was all blocked off so the students would have their social distancing. So there were certain seats that the students had to sit in. and they will sit in the same ones tomorrow when we go back to the campus. So we try to keep that continuity of being in the same place. And the maintenance staff has been very good about cleaning the different doorknobs, tables, chairs, desks, anything that we're using. We have specifically told them what rooms we'll be in. And so, again, they're focusing more so on those areas. And other areas are locked off so the students or anybody else don't get into them. So we can, make sure that we are cleaning and sanitizing these particular areas.
Right.
Staying 6 feet apart has been a challenging thing because the students like to congregate together, and faculty like to meet with the students and be a little closer than 6 feet. So that's been a little different. Again, even from student to student, it's been a little challenging to try to have a conversation with somebody and they're 6 feet apart.
Right. We're speaking with Dr. Denise McEnroe-Petit, the Associate Professor of Nursing at Kent State Tuscarawas. As you follow these flashes, Safe 7, do you see, let's talk in the future and things are brighter, some silver lining, some things that you might keep from these guidelines, I guess, that especially in the nursing program with health and sanitary things needed, that this might be kind of a good thing in the future?
Right. We are planning for the fall to also do the same type of teaching, and it may be a little, like you said, challenging because we, get very close to people to take a blood pressure or temperature. So it's going to be a little bit different for us. We are doing clinicals. We're in the process of making arrangements to actually be able to go into the hospitals and take care of real patients and not our mannequins that we have in our nursing lab. So it's going to be very different. Of course, we're going to wear the mask and wash hands and try to do all the social distancing that we can possibly do. We're trying to limit, if we do have to be close to a person, limit the time we're there, close with that person. So I think it's just going to be a very challenging coming up fall semester. But again, we're trying it out here in the summer, and it's working, fairly well for what this course is about.
Right. Well, I would say with the challenges that you and the staff and the entire faculty on the campus there are really meeting it head on, and I see positive things ahead. So thanks for your hard work. I know this makes even more work on everybody, and eventually it does pay off, though, right?
Right. It has been very different putting this together, but again, we, in nursing especially, feel very strongly we have to be with our students. We can't always teach something because nursing is a very personal type of care that we provide. So it's even staying 6 feet apart. That's not really how we tend to communicate with people. We want to be closer to them than that.
Right.
Especially if they're having pain or having anxiety. So it has been very different. Again, we're trying to meet all the needs for the COVID infection and also the need to protect the staff, the students, the patients. And again, there's been a committee that's been working on this down at the school, and I think they've worked very hard, and they've come up with some great ways that we can still try to provide the education that we want, because the students truly want to be in person. There are some things that I think can easily be taught online, but it's just not quite the same with nursing.
Right. Well, I wish you the best of luck, and by the way, thank you so much for joining us and getting us informed again this morning, okay?
Sure, and tell everybody to be safe out there. Wear your mask.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
That's Dr.
Thank
Denise
you.
McEnroe. Thanks, Dr. Denise McEnroe-Petit, Associate Professor of Nursing at Kent State Tuscarawas. On the 8:30 High Beam today, Tusc Talks.